You're in a relationship, but something feels off. Your intuition suggests that something isn't right. She becomes very guarded when you ask about her past or casually mention other men in conversation. If you desire a trustworthy relationship, you might be stepping into a trap, but I will guide you to avoid that today. If you're curious about her past sexual partners, look for certain indicators. These 10 signs will give you clear hints about her past lifestyle. Remember, this isn't about passing judgment, but about finding a partner who won't toy with your emotions and is willing to commit to a long-term relationship. Stay with us until the end of this video to determine if you should pursue a relationship with this woman or cut ties quickly. First sign, she is very at ease with physical intimacy. Your first intimate encounter was concerning rather than fantastic. You anticipated it would be great, but it turned out to be surprisingly intense. Her comfort and confidence with physical intimacy might suggest she has had many past experiences. Let me clarify. If she takes the lead and initiates like an expert instead of you making the first move, it could be a hint of her experience. She doesn't hesitate with hugs and kisses and is open to more advanced or unusual actions, accepting everything you suggest. If your intuition tells you she has extensive experience with physical intimacy, it's a sign worth considering. However, don't rush to conclusions. She might simply be more naturally expressive and skilled in bed, so it's essential to look for other signs to determine if she is the right partner for you. Second sign, she steers clear of emotional closeness. Even the strongest men sometimes feel emotionally vulnerable and look to their partners for support. A spiritual connection and emotional backing are vital in a relationship, helping couples weather difficult times together. But what if your partner doesn't meet your need for emotional connection? Women who have had multiple sexual partners often show this trait and avoid emotional closeness. How can you tell if she's truly avoiding emotional intimacy? If you try to engage in a deep conversation and she favors light chatter, quickly changes topics, or avoids discussing feelings, she may be evading emotional closeness. If your attempts feel futile, it might be time to reconsider. However, it could also indicate that she is naturally more reserved or has been emotionally wounded before. Perhaps giving her more time is wise before reaching a conclusion. Third sign, she shares vague or inconsistent stories. A key indicator that she might have had multiple sexual partners is when her stories don't add up. If, after months together, you still can't confidently say she has clearly shared her past with you, and what she does share is vague or inconsistent, this could be a red flag. For instance, she might recount one story one day and a different version the next. These inconsistencies could involve mentioning multiple guys, talking about a long-term ex, but then saying she never had a serious relationship, or describing a hobby with a previous partner that doesn't align with her current interests. It's essential to remember that not everyone likes revisiting past relationships. Some prefer to focus on the present with you. However, if her vagueness or inconsistencies leave you feeling insecure or suspicious, it's worth addressing. What should you do? Have a serious conversation about her past and ask her to clarify. If she genuinely wants a relationship, her reaction will be more telling than her words. If she opens up honestly and fills in the gaps with warmth and clarity, that's a positive sign. But if she continues with inconsistent stories, it might be a sign to end the relationship before she plays with your emotions. Remember, decisions like these shouldn't be rushed. Relationships need time and open communication. Allow time to see if her story becomes clearer as trust builds, or if it remains nebulous. Fourth sign, she frequently cancels plans at the last minute. If she often cancels plans unexpectedly, this can be more frustrating than market fluctuations. Have you ever wondered why this keeps happening? It's understandable if plans are occasionally canceled for legitimate reasons, but if it happens repeatedly, something is likely wrong. Pay attention to her vague explanations for these cancellations. She might mention a last-minute meeting, but such meetings aren't that frequent. Or she might say a friend is visiting, but be very secretive about the friend's identity. Don't let her play with your feelings like this. Clearly, she is prioritizing something else over your relationship, and that's a sign you shouldn't ignore. Remember, we all lead busy lives and unexpected things can come up. She might have a demanding job with an unpredictable schedule or a close friend who needs her support. However, if these last-minute cancellations become a habit and you feel sidelined or unimportant, it's worth addressing. Communication is crucial here. Approach her calmly and ask why she keeps canceling plans. Make it clear that this behavior is unacceptable to you and work together to resolve the issue. Fifth sign. She often compares you to her previous partners. A woman entering her first relationship won't have anyone to compare you to because you're all she knows. However, if she has had multiple partners, she might compare you to her ex-boyfriends, either intentionally or unintentionally. How can you tell if she's comparing you? She might say that the steak you cooked is better than one she had with her ex, or mention how an ex loved a particular activity you haven't suggested. During an argument, she might bring up your flaws in comparison to her ex-boyfriends. These comparisons, however subtle, can make you feel insecure. It's important to realize that these comparisons are not your fault. Someone who has had multiple partners is likely to make comparisons at some point. You need to let her know that this behavior is unacceptable. If she frequently compares you to other men, it might be best to end the relationship and make it clear that you won't be treated as just another guy. Sixth sign. She is very secretive about her phone use. If your partner treats her phone like her most prized possession, this could be a red flag. She might keep it face down, quickly change the screen, or become very secretive when answering calls in your presence. This behavior can be suspicious and make you wonder if she's hiding something. The reasons for her secrecy can vary. She might still be in contact with some ex-boyfriends or want to ensure you don't see her message history or past photos. If you ask to see her phone, she might react dramatically, framing it as a lack of trust on your part, putting you in a position where you can't bring it up again. Before jumping to conclusions, consider that there could be a reasonable explanation for this behavior. Everyone deserves some privacy, and some people are simply protective of their personal space. She might have work-related conversations she doesn't want to discuss or value her alone time for browsing. However, in a strong relationship, there should come a time when neither partner feels the need to hide their phone from the other. Give it some time to see if her behavior changes. If it doesn't, you'll be justified in ending the relationship after confirming your suspicions about her phone activities. Seventh sign. She is very conscious of her physical appearance. Besides being secretive with her phone, she might be highly focused on her appearance and yours. She may spend considerable time grooming, frequently checking her reflection, or often complimenting others' looks while taking pride in her own. While caring about appearances is normal, it could signal that she has been with other attractive men in the past and now believes that focusing on physical looks is important. Being overly concerned with appearance might suggest she values external looks more than internal qualities. In extreme cases, she might even compare her looks to an ex's or to random people she sees online. If she spends more time comparing herself to others than engaging in emotionally meaningful conversations with you, you have the right to ask why. If, after a serious discussion, she continues these superficial conversations, let her know it makes you feel insecure and that she should stop. If she doesn't, it might be better to end the relationship before it's too late. Remember, some people are naturally more image conscious. If her behavior stems from this trait and her history is clear to you, it might simply be part of her personality, and she needs to accept herself as she is. Eighth sign. She avoids discussing sexual health. While talking about sex can be uncomfortable, It's a crucial topic, particularly regarding sexual health. It's important for couples to have this discussion to ensure they are both practicing safe sex and to foster open communication about their sexual needs and desires. If she shows no interest in discussing sexual health, this could indicate she's hiding something, leaving you to wonder what it might be. Her reluctance to talk about sexual health could stem from her past. Multiple partners increase the risk of sexually transmitted infections, and she might fear passing them to you, prompting her silence. Additionally, she might not want to be judged for her sexual history or the contraceptive methods she uses. Nevertheless, discussing sexual health is essential for both parties and can provide clues about her past. Therefore, take a straightforward approach and insist that these topics need to be discussed for the relationship to continue. If she seems apprehensive but begins to answer your questions, that's a positive sign. However, if she becomes defensive and gives vague responses, it indicates that she's being difficult, making it easier for you to decide to end the relationship. Ninth sign, she avoids introducing you to her friends. Meeting your partner's friends is a significant milestone, as it allows you to connect with the important people in her life and be welcomed into her social circle. But what if she hesitates or avoids introducing you to her friends? She might make excuses or change the subject whenever the topic comes up. This is a clear sign she may be hiding something significant from you. When a woman is genuinely invested in a relationship, she wants to introduce you to everyone. Only when there is a risk of revealing something bigger does she avoid this step. She might fear that a friend who knows her past could disclose information about her sexual history, or she may have had a past relationship with one of her friends and doesn't want you to know. Consequently, she might change the subject or dismiss your questions playfully whenever you ask about her friends. This behavior can leave you feeling confused or unimportant, as if she doesn't consider you significant enough to discuss her friends. Whatever the reason for hiding her friends, you shouldn't ignore it. Communicating directly with some of her friends might provide you with a better understanding of who she is, or you could talk to her directly, making it clear that this conversation could determine whether the relationship continues or ends. 10th sign, her priorities change and exclude you. When we enter a relationship, our partner becomes a central figure in our lives, a priority. This is a natural psychological shift. If she makes you feel excluded, or if her priorities don't include you, and you're consistently placed at the bottom of her list, it means other people are still drawing her attention. Although there might seem to be legitimate reasons for her priorities, this isn't always the case. For instance, she might start spending all her free time with new friends, neglecting the plans you made together, or focusing on hobbies that leave you out. This can give you insight into whether her priorities are genuine or if you're simply not a priority for her. If you've noticed many other signs alongside this, it suggests she might have had multiple sexual partners. Remember, it's not about judging her, but about whether you can accept this or not. If it's too much for you, it might be time to part ways. However, don't rush to conclusions. There could always be other explanations for her behavior. Give the relationship some time, get to know her better, and determine if she can be a good partner for you. At the same time, never settle for less than you deserve. If you're seeking a long-term relationship with a deeper connection, don't invest in someone who might be playing around. Remember, you are a person of great value. In summary, it can be distressing to be in a relationship where your gut feeling tells you something is amiss. This guide outlines signs that might suggest your partner has had multiple sexual partners in the past, aiding you in clarifying doubts and making informed choices about the future of the relationship. These signs collectively offer a thorough perspective on her behavior and its potential impact on your relationship. Firstly, notice if she seems excessively at ease with physical intimacy right from the beginning, which might indicate prior experience. Additionally, If she avoids emotional closeness, or her stories about the past are unclear or contradictory, it might mean she is concealing significant aspects of her life. Frequent last-minute changes in plans, particularly with vague excuses, could suggest you are not a priority. If she often compares you to her ex-partners, it can harm your self-esteem and show she is still emotionally tied to past relationships. Observe her phone behavior. If she hides her phone or avoids using it around you, she might be hiding something. Excessive preoccupation with her appearance or yours can also be a sign, reflecting a superficial focus influenced by previous relationships. Another critical sign is her reluctance to discuss sexual health, which could imply she is concealing infections or details about her sexual history. Pay attention if she avoids introducing you to her friends, as this might indicate she has parts of her past she does not want to reveal. Lastly, if her priorities shift and you find yourself being sidelined, it could mean others still occupy her attention. Ultimately, these signs should be carefully considered without jumping to conclusions. Relationships are intricate and require open, honest communication. If many of these signs are present, having candid discussions to better understand her past and intentions is crucial. Most importantly, do not settle for less than you deserve. Seek a partner who is committed to a serious relationship and respects your feelings. Always remember your worth and that you deserve someone who values and respects you. I truly hope this message has been beneficial for you. Thank you for watching the video all the way through. Your commitment to finding a healthy and authentic relationship is commendable. If you enjoyed the content, please remember to like the video and subscribe to our channel for more insightful tips. Leave a comment with the phrase, "I deserve the best," to show that you've made it to the end and are dedicated to cultivating genuine and lasting relationships. Thank you for your attention, and we'll see you in our next video.